Okay, so let me just say this right out the gate. Sony is about to do something that most people are not paying attention to, and honestly that is a crime. Because the Xperia VIII might just be the most interesting flagship of 2026 and nobody is talking about it the way they should be. So today we are fixing that. We are going deep on everything we know about this phone, the leaks, the specs, the camera changes, and that price that is going to make your jaw drop. Stay with me because this one gets wild. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now and smash that like because we cover the phones that actually matter to real tech enthusiasts, not just the same Samsung and Apple content you see everywhere else. Now let us get into it. So first, the design. Sony has gone with a completely new square camera island on the back of this thing. Gone is that vertical strip layout from the Xperia VII. And before you say, oh great, another square camera, hear me out. This is not just a cosmetic change. That bigger bump is there because Sony needed more room for larger sensors. And we will get to that in a second because that is where the real story is. The display is that same gorgeous 6.5-inch flat OLED with the tall cinematic aspect ratio, 120 Hz, HDR, and those beautiful symmetric bezels with front-firing stereo speakers on the top and bottom. No punch hole. Sony stayed true and honestly respect for that. Under the hood, we are looking at the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 paired with 12 GB of RAM. Geekbench scores confirm this thing is an absolute monster in performance. You get a 5,000 mAh battery with 45W fast charging, wireless charging, and expandable storage via microSD. Sony is promising 2-day battery life, and if that holds up in real-world use, that is a serious win. And hey, if you are finding this useful, go ahead and drop a like on the video right now. It genuinely helps the channel more than you think. Now the cameras. This is the most talked about part, and I want to be real with you. Sony is dropping that iconic continuous optical zoom telephoto from the Xperia VII that could slide between 85mm and 170mm. Nobody else had that. And they are replacing it with a fixed 70mm telephoto at 3x optical zoom. Sounds like a downgrade, right? But the sensor going into that slot is a 48-megapixel 1/1.56-inch unit replacing the old 12-megapixel 1/3.5-inch sensor. That is a completely different league. Low light, detail, dynamic range, all dramatically better in the focal lengths people actually use daily. The main camera is 24mm and the ultrawide is 16mm, and both are also 48 megapixels. Triple 48-megapixel system across the board. Sony is also bringing in Xperia AI while keeping that pro manual control that Xperia shooters absolutely live for. And yes, the 3.5mm headphone jack is still here in 2026 on a flagship, and that is not a gimmick, that is Sony knowing exactly who their customer is. Now the price. An accidental Amazon listing put this phone at over 1,700 British pounds, which is over $2,300. That is a 19% jump over the Xperia VII. Sony confirmed the announcement for May 12th with a release expected around June 26th. Some European bundles may even include the WH-1000 XM6 headphones, which softens the blow a little. Look, the Xperia VIII is not trying to be a phone for everyone, and that is the whole point. If you are a creator, a photographer, an audiophile, or someone who just wants a flagship that does things differently, Sony built this for you. The camera pivot is bold, but that sensor upgrade could absolutely pay off. The chip is elite. The display is stunning. The battery is serious hardware. If you want a full hands on the moment this drops, make sure you are subscribed right now because we are covering it the second it lands. Smash that like. Drop a comment below telling me whether you think Sony made the right call ditching the variable zoom, and I will see you in the next one.